So, hello guys, this is Anshuman Rao and welcome back to another video. We are back after so many days, and we are back with a very special video. And this video is gonna be about how I made three back-to-back winning trades in gold. So, without wasting any time, let's jump into the video. And the total we have made so far in three trading days, I guess, is $7,000 in this $50,000 account, which was initial balance was $50,000, and we made so far $7,000, close to $7,000 in just 3 days. So for transparency and for overview purposes, I will be showing you my trading overview, in which you can see we have started this account pretty much in May 14 with initial balance of, actually we took this account in May 13 and we started trading at May 14. And we just, the trading overview, the equity growth curve is just simply, in a linear increasing order. And you can see the only pair I traded was XAU USD, only gold, and none of the indices, none of the forex pairs, only it was simple gold. And yeah, this was the overall trading history. As you can see, if you want to go through this, then you can screenshot it and you can review all the trades of mine. And this was all, this was all the data over here. This was all the journaling data over here, the profitability, the average winning trade, the average losing trade, total number of trades, best trade so far, win rate 75% in this whole account. The win rate was very pretty much a very good win rate, and loss rate was 25%, and gross profit was close to $7,600. So yeah, without wasting any time, we will be jumping into the charts, and we will see that how I made back-to-back three winning trades and how I made, $7,000 in just 3 days, with all the trade breakdowns of those three trades and how I managed my risk along the way. So let's jump into the charts, and we will be seeing that, yeah, here overall the very first trade of this account was this trade over here. So in this trade, what we are going to see is, the reason behind taking this trade was, in the 1 day time frame. As you can see, in the 1 day time frame, we were at the support, we were at a major support. As you can see here, we were at here, you can consider this as a major support. So there were probabilities, there were 50-50 probabilities that price is either going to bounce back from this in a daily time frame, or it will be breaking this support, and it will, if it gives a closing, then after that, after the bearish closing day, we will be facing a bullish day for the liquidity sweeps. You can consider it that way, you can put it that way. And after that, we will be continuing the bearish momentum all along. And exactly what I have anticipated along the way, whatever I have anticipated, exactly those things happened along the way. And yeah, let's jump into the 30-minute time frame, which is the main time frame in which we do analysis and also we place our entries. And we sometimes use I actually sometimes for accurate entry, I use 15-minute time frame also, but most of the times I get, I just keep on stuck on myself in the 30-minute time frame. So yeah, this was all. And yeah, this was the trade over here. So as you can see, this blue zone, as you can see, this blue zone was the major support, the major daily support. And you can see here that this candle over here, which is the full body bearish candle on Wednesday 14th May 6 p.m. according to Indian Standard Time Zone. According to 6 p.m, what we saw was a break and close below the major resistance, the major support, the major support, which was on the daily time frame. We got a broke and close below that major support in the 30-minute time frame actually. So the candle which broke the major support was a huge volume bearish candle, which denotes that the sellers are in power, and the volume was also high during 6 p.m. New York session starts at 7 p.m. according to our Indian Standard Time Zone, and this was actually the bigger candle which enhanced my confidence to get into this trade. Even though we had even though we were getting a huge stop loss, but still then we managed our risk and we placed our stop loss based on the 15-minute time frame. As you can see here, we just placed our stop loss on based on the 15-minute time frame, and we just placed our stop loss below as it was a short position, so we placed our stop loss at the high of this candle over here, this bearish candle over here. So yeah, what happened was, the very next thing what happened was, the price started favoring us, and yeah, it's it for some instance it started moving against us, but still then after a little bit of consolidation, after giving a little bit of move down, then again reversing back, then after giving some sort of a little bit of consolidation, again it hit our take profit, and the overall risk to reward in this trade was 3.07. Okay, but we will round off and consider it as a 3. So yeah, pretty much a very good trade, a very clean setup, and also extremely good execution and extremely good risk management. So this was the first trade. The very first trade ends here. We will be moving on to the second trade. As you can see, okay, the reason behind placing the take profit here was the main thing I forgot to mention it. The main thing behind placing the take profit was this resistance over here, and the main thing that I consider taking trades is whether there is a clean range on the left hand side of the price action or not. As you can see this here, after breaking this support over here, if you are in a short position, if this is a support, you can consider this as a support, and if you break this support and if you get a break and close below this support, as you can see, there is a huge clean range up till this support over here. So you can consider this as a support, and between them you can consider that as a clean range. So till now, yeah, so we pretty much exited at a perfect spot, and you can consider it as a sniper trade. So this was all for the first trade, and without wasting any time, let's jump into the second trade. So in the second trade, as you can see, just from our spot of exit, price started reversing, and just from the support itself the price started reversing, and it just gave a very bullish move. It in the 30-minute time frame, it basically reversed its trend. So it reversed its trend in the 30-minute time frame, and yeah, it kept on continuing the bullish momentum. And with this, as the markets as the gold is in bullish momentum, the US indices were in bearish momentum, and we are talking about somewhere around Thursday 15th May New York session. So during Thursday 15th May, as you can see, during the Thursday 15th May, the US 30 was somewhere bearish, and the SPX especially during Thursday 15th May 9 p.m, as you can see, it was bearish, which denotes that this US indices, which I also trade US indices along with gold, it helps to speculate price, especially it helps to speculate the trend of the overall markets. And how does it helps? That it defines it in the end, it denotes that it's the indices and the gold are inversely proportional to each other, because if basically US indices are what, it's a part of the American stock market. So if they are in a bearish momentum, it means the investors are temporarily withdrawing their money. And if the investors are temporarily withdrawing their money, they might be investing in some other assets too. And which is the other asset, which is the other option, that is gold. Means withdrawing money from the stock market gives the indices a bearish momentum, and on the same hand, it gives a bullish momentum to the gold, because the investors are transferring their money to this safe haven asset. So yeah, and this is what money flow means. So if you are a trader, you have to know this money flow patterns within the financial instruments of which you are trading, because in the end you have to have a directional confirmation. Because if you don't have a directional confirmation, you will be somewhere confused with the direction in which you are going to bet. So you have to clear as much as confusions as possible. So you have to have the knowledge of money flow. If, like, let's say I am trading US indices and also gold, so the money flow pattern is simple around here, that if the US indices are performing bearish, then the gold will be bullish. Simple as that. As you can see here, US 30 now is little bit acting, it's little bit crashing, and the trend is somewhere it's reversing. But as you can see, the gold is at the present time it's in a temporarily bullish trend. And also if you see this indice over here, which is the Nasdaq, here also a bearish price action. Somewhere here also in the SPX 500, a bearish price action. Like somewhere the trend is reversing around here till here. As you can see, the crash over here that we got at 2 a.m. IST, Indian Standard Time. So this was this, you have to know money flow patterns between your financial instruments. So this was my money flow pattern, and I use it every day, and it works very well. And let me know you know you can comment down the financial instruments that you trade, and I will be trying my best to reply you back with the money flow patterns. So this was the second trade over here, and finally the reason behind the reason behind the take profit here was this sexy resistance over here. And our entry was here, and we were planning to we were anticipating for the price to cover up this clean range over here. As you can see, the clean range created by the bearish candles, and the range was too clean that my anticipation was way higher than expected. But it's a part of my trading setup, it's a part of my trading strategy overall. So yeah, anticipation, in the end my anticipation won. So the entry was simple. As you can see, we considered this as a resistance over here. This, as you can see, this resistance, let me bigger out my cursor, this resistance over here. So we considered this resistance over here, and as you can see here, this candle, we got a break and close above it gave us a break and close above this resistance over here. So and also not just that, and also we were in 6:30 p.m., which is 30 minutes before. It was a 6:30 p.m. candle, and the next candle was in 7 p.m., which is opening of the US stock market. So the entry pretty much made so much sense, because huge volume will be kicking in, and price will be moving, price will be pushing. There are higher probabilities for the price to be pushing in favor of me in continuing the trend and cover up this clean range over here. So yeah, this was overall the breakdown of the second trade, and the reason of take profit was this resistance, and the reason behind the SL was this support. You can consider a little below this support over here. And overall the trade was of risk to reward ratio of 2. So a 2 risk to reward ratio, pretty much a decent risk to reward ratio for any beginner trader or any professional trader. Even though, you know, anything above 1:1 is good. Anything above 1 is to 1 point, anything above, any in terms of risk to reward ratio, anything above 1 is good. Anything above 1.5 is better, but anything above 2 or 2 is excellent. Because in the end, if you lose less and win more, in the end, even though your win rate might be, low, you will be still in positive. And as a trader, that's our main goal, to stay in positive in the end of the week, in the end of the month, or in the end of the year. We have to stay positive. That's our main goal as a trader. And also, the main goal as an investor is the same. But we will not get into investing so deep for that till for now. So this is the third trade. Let's jump into the third trade over here. And you can see here, it was a actually 4 risk to reward ratio trade. And I wasn't willing, to risk, till here. I actually, my stop loss was around here, above this high of this candle, as you can see. But the thing is, I trailed my SL to here, so it was around here. So if you will consider it, it was a 2 risk to reward ratio trade beforehand. But after, price started moving in my direction, I started to trail my SL and put my stop loss at 4 risk to reward ratio. And within some few candles, we got our take profit hit again. So 3 back-to-back winning trades. And the reason behind this trade was also simple, very simple setup. The price was below the 20-day simple moving average. It means the temporary trend in 30-minute time frame is bearish, and we look for some sort of a resistance on the left hand side. As you can see, we got this resistance over here. And if you jump into the 15-minute time frame, as you can see, in the 15-minute time frame, according to the 15-minute time frame, we framed our zone, we framed our resistance zone. And according to the 15-minute time frame, we also placed our entry, as you can see, because in this 15-minute time frame, we got here around at 1:15 p.m. IST. We got a break and close below this support over here. And without any hesitation, we just placed our trade, and it went very well. It almost didn't hit our profit. Like, I will not say that it almost hit our SL actually, because somewhere deep down, it actually didn't, it wasn't even close to our SL. So yeah, it was good. And after, the reason behind the take profit was this, this, what we will say, this is a support. Support. So reason behind the take profit was this support over here. You might be thinking, I might be, targeting this support also over here. But if, I would have targeted this support over here, my risk to reward ratio would be very, very less. So I just, targeted for a little bit of a bigger move. And I wasn't wrong at all, because we just got hit our take profit within one candle. As you can see, it crossed this. And what is the reason behind this support over here? And if you see in the 15-minute time frame, as you can see, we consider this support over here. We actually drew this zone considering this support. So yeah, in the end, it makes sense when you make money. Remember those words. In the end, it makes sense when you make money. That's the thing. That's the only thing that matters. And yeah, this was all for the video. Hope you liked it, hope you enjoyed it. And this was a very, 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 very valuable video. And this was a very, 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 very valuable trade breakdown video. Especially, we made around $7,000 in 3 days. Someone's, in India, it's someone's, to be honest, a yearly worth of salary in just 3 days. And in New York or in US, whatever an average person's 2 months or 3 months of income, or even more, within just 3 days. So we passed this funded account, and also we passed the profit target and also the minimum trading days criteria. And in the next video, we will be soon dropping the videos of new funded account, and stay tuned for the next videos. And hope you have learned something from this video, which is extremely valuable and will be helping you in your further trading goals. And yeah, this was all for the video. Make sure to like, share. I will not demand for like, share and subscribe, because if you like this video, you will automatically like it, and and if you find my channel extremely value giving channel, you will automatically subscribe it. So in the end, yeah, remember my words. In the end, it only makes sense when you make money. That's the only thing. And make sure to I will be concluding this video because it is becoming too long. And yeah, make sure to check out other videos also of my channel, which will be giving you the same you know will be giving you the same value which this video provided. And yeah, make sure to use the code down in the description box below for Funded Next if you want to use the Funded Next platform for purchasing any funded account. And if you want to avail some discounts, you can use my code down in the description box below to avail some discounts while purchasing funded account in Funded Next. So yeah, this is Ansuman Rao signing off. Peace out.